As Americans, we have a responsibility to provide the basics to the people of Puerto Rico. The food, the water, the shelter, the electricity, all the necessities in hurricane relief that we can provide, just like we would to our fellow Americans in Texas, just like we would in Florida. But we also have a responsibility to the next generation of Americans. We already have a $20 trillion debt. Should we borrow money from China and from other countries in order to bail out hedge funds and other institutions who Puerto Rico owes debt to? And in this case, we don't have that responsibility. The hurricane relief alone could cost $100 billion. We're going to saddle that to the next generation. Should we step outside of that box? Should we bail out Detroit? Should we bail out Hartford? Where do you draw the line and what's reasonable? And how do you set a precedent that's going to happen here with Puerto Rico?
You know what's weird about this, if you think about it, my friend, is that we're hardly the stewards of fiscal propriety, right? I mean, we've got a $20 trillion debt. We're lecturing the Puerto Ricans on their $74 billion debt. And we could just print money. The Puerto Ricans do not have that ability right now. It's not an apologist for them, but it does show you what's really going on. We've got a world of debt going on here, and this one's right in our hemisphere, right in our neighborhood.
I feel for the people of Puerto Rico. For a generation, they've been misled. They've borrowed money they could never pay back. People lent the money knowing they could never pay back the debt, which is simply awful. It's bad, failed leadership. It was bad policies. We don't want to make those policies work. We want Puerto Rico to become economically viable.
Yeah, but Larry, if they walk away from that debt for whatever very justifiable reasons, I mean, that's a scarlet letter, and you're not going to get many investors coming running back to you anytime soon.
Look, Neil, they have the nickname of the Greece of the Caribbean, and that's not the nickname that you want. It's not just because they have beautiful palm trees, and it's a really bad situation. You've got to reverse the brain drain. You've got to give people a reason to be in Puerto Rico, grow the economy, help the people of Puerto Rico. Don't bail out the bondholders. That's not the answer here, Neil.
All right, buddy. Thank you very, very much. Always appreciate it. Larry Glazer.